What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it is not close. Now, what do we say all the time? It's about the long play. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days when you're on 7 days a week. And yesterday, we had some check marks, but it was kind of a ho-hum day. More X's than I would have liked, but, again, not a horrible, horrible day. But today is a busy day at the brand. Not only do we have the morning show, we also have Early Edge and 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern time, but look at that show right there at 3 p.m. Eastern. Last week, 12-3 from that show alone. It pays to watch. And then the prop shop, and you see the rest of the week. So let's bring in the stars of the show. We got kind of people on the crew. They're everywhere right now. They're working. They're on CBS Sports HQ. Now look who I have this morning. First and foremost, live from Nashville, Tennessee, 8 floors below M Squared, who's supposed to be on the show, but they took him away from us. AB, our 5-tool player. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Good morning, Baldwin. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and you're exactly right. We got the college football show today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Chip, Tom, Micah, Fetner, and the boys. Can't wait for it. But before that, just excited to be with you two, man. I love it.
Damn right. Real quick. You know, I need to go in order here. Second, why he is our baseball mind. Nobody takes it more seriously than him. And playoffs? Oh, our man knows playoffs. Johnny B, John Bowman. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach. Yeah, we got a couple big races left in the season. I'm excited to see how those end up. I wish we had a few more, but we've got the Aaron Judge race. We've got the Albert Pujols home run race to watch. So very exciting 2 weeks coming up.
And there are odds for everything. Now, you both know how sometimes I got to set the record straight. Sometimes you can trigger me. Sometimes. Now, AB, somebody on Twitter said to me, Coach, I played every single pick from Early Edge on Tuesday. You've got one more day to prove yourself. What do you think I said to that person on Twitter?
You're not intelligent. You're a donut of a human being. That is not a bright way to go about it.
I didn't go with donut, but it was the sentiment. It was the same type of sentiment.
Yeah.
I said 7-17 last weekend. I said it's not about one day. Anybody that knows anything about sports betting, it's the long play if you do it every day. Don't swoop in for one day and go, oh, that brand. No. You stay with us all the time. Ask anybody that's been with us or is with us. That's how we roll.
I'll give you a perfect example. You could have Aaron Judge. All right, he could hit 29 home runs in the month of September. He has that one day he doesn't hit a home run. Oh, you stink, man.
Like, you suck.
Yeah.
You didn't home run today. All right, let's get into it. Storylines could affect the betting lines. And it's funny that you would mention Aaron Judge because that's where I would like, Johnny, if you don't mind, to start. Floor is yours.
Yeah, let's do it, Coach. We got to talk about Aaron Judge because he just hit his 60th home run yesterday. He's now one of just 6 players in the history of Major League Baseball to hit that mark in a single season. He's now also leading the league in batting average as well as home runs and RBIs. He would be the first player since Miguel Cabrera in 2012 to accomplish a Triple Crown feat and just the second player since 1967. I personally think it's the crown jewel of baseball. I think that's the ultimate prize as a personal accolade. But that being said, he's plus 165 to hit a home run tonight. Honestly, that's terrible value. No one wants to be the pitcher to give up number 61. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if if the pitchers that see him are going to want to pitch around him because of that. He's also going to be trying to swing for the fences, trying to hit every ball out. That being said, his normal swing is essentially swinging for the fences, as we can see. But this is one of the greatest hitting seasons of all time. I honestly wouldn't even argue if you would say it is the greatest hitting season of all time. So honestly, we just got to sit back and relax and enjoy it as baseball fans.
You know, Johnny, I was just thinking maybe with all these millennials, maybe that type of pitcher would want to be the guy that gives. I mean, this is crazy. We're living in banana land right now. Speaking of banana land, did you see the bananas and what they did last night? That baseball team? You know,
I did not, but I have been following their documentary on ESPN Plus lately.
This dude is standing up, they're getting ready to hit, and they start dancing. They start dancing before he pitches, and then the batter starts dancing with him, and then he fouls it off. It's like the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, my goodness. Great storyline. Thank you, Johnny. All right, now, Thursday night football. AFC North, the gritty Pittsburgh Steelers Those Cleveland Browns, who somehow gave up a 13-point lead in the last 2 minutes without the Jets having even one single solitary timeout. So how do they bounce back? Well, our storyline, AB, it's not about the Browns. It's about the Steelers. What?
It is, sir. And we talk about these stats that the Steelers have, right? Like Mike Tomlin, he's never had a losing season as a head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you could keep going. Excuse me. And, look, you will never hear any slander from me, but there's another stat that you need to know about with the Pittsburgh Steelers, all right? Since 2017, when they drafted T.J. Watt, when he doesn't play in a game, they've never won. Not one time. Every time that he's been out since 2017, they've lost 0-5. They're going to be without him tomorrow night, Thursday night, against the Cleveland Browns. So pay attention to that, because what fuels and drives this Pittsburgh Steelers team is the pass rush. And not only is he the heart and soul of that, but he's the heart and soul of creating turnovers as well for everyone else. And without him, they've never won a game.
That is an unbelievable Chick-fil-A nugget of the day. I cannot believe that stat. I really can't. By the way, in the chat, we've got a lot of good positivity. I've been a member since January of 2021. I love it. The information above is worth the price of admission. You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. Now, it's time to get on our board for the day. And again, we'll have plays throughout the day. But on Wednesdays in football season, when there's not a lot going on in baseball, sometimes we're not going to force picks. The shows will be a little light. But the plays we make, we absolutely love. But before we do that, we got to pay those pesky little bills. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. All right, I'm going to do you a solid, because there's some of you out there that have found us today like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to try the guys in the crew. Well, I'm going to do you a solid. Use the promo code EARLY. Early, I'll give you 30 days for free. Nada, nothing. You can get all my cappers, Johnny B, AB, everybody. Simulations, analysis. It's all about information. I'll give it to you for free. Now, one play from the site today. Yesterday at Cash, Royals plus 1.5 on the run line. The Twins, as Johnny said yesterday, fade. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and they lose. Let's go right back to the well again today and take the Royals on the run line. Plus 1.5 at plus 122. Now, when I have two such esteemed colleagues to choose from, I say, where do I go? Where do I go? Well, today, our college football show is on. Last week, they won to the tune of 80%. So respect must be given. So, Johnny B, you're up first.
Yeah, let's do it, Coach. I got two plays today. My first play is going to be the Brewers on the money line plus 110 against the Mets. Taijuan Walker's been great this season for the Mets. He's struggled a bit more lately, though. Adrian Hauser struggled in his last start, but he had been pitching well a couple starts before that. He's been good and bad since returning from the IL, which is completely understandable. The Mets are starting to play well again, but the Brewers are still 10-6 at home in the last 30 days, while the Mets are just 6-4 on the road. Both these teams are ranked in the top 10 in weighted on base average against lefties in the last 30 days. But I think the Brewers avoid the sweep at home here and pick up the win. In our second play, we're going to go with the Padres minus 125 against the Cardinals. Blake Snell's been very hit or miss this season, but Miles Michaelis has struggled even more lately. Miles Michaelis is also 5-9 with a 4.56 ERA on the road, much worse on the road. The Cardinals are the third best team in the league in weighted on base average against lefties in the last 30 days. However, Snell's been a lot better lately, and when Snell's on, nobody can touch him. The Cards are dealing with some injuries right now as well, and they haven't been playing their best baseball lately. So I like the Padres at home in this game, in this series.
Well, I do too. I think they're low-key starting to come around just a little bit, like those two plays today. And remember, Mikey's two favored words, day baseball. The Braves have the first game on the board today, 12:10 Eastern time. By the way, in the chat, my man Pat says, do we still get Mike's picks since he was stolen from the show? Actually, you do. His picks were going to be on the football game Thursday night, and you will get those on Thursday. See how that works? Now, AB, I cannot figure this Houston Astros team out. They win. We think they're partying. They're popping bottles. And then they come out the next day and they shut out the Rays. So what do we do today?
You keep riding the hot hand. All right, their last three games, they've won 20-2. All right, 5-0, 4-0, 11-2. I mean, this team just keeps going. And you thought that they were dangerous by themselves. Wait until they win and clinch. They're even more dangerous because now they're not overmanaged by Dusty Baker. Like, they're just free up at the plate, and it doesn't matter. And usually when that happens in baseball, you tend to get hits. You tend to get extra base hits. You tend to hit home runs, which is dangerous with this team because everybody in the lineup can hit home runs. So pay attention to lineups. As Bowman, broke down yesterday, it could go from all the starters are playing, all the starters are resting, they're playing. Pay attention to that. But we're going to go Astros team total over 3.5 today. Again, priced at -120. It's affordable. They've just been mashing against the Rays the last 2 games. They haven't even given up a run. We're going to take it there. Next play, last play, Saturday, Florida, Tennessee. First quarter, over 13.5. Just a little tip for anybody who is wanting to bet Florida, Tennessee. I've seen this game for 20 years. You'll break your brain trying to figure it out. It never makes sense every single year, except in the first quarter, both of these teams will put up points because craziness in banana land will happen. Someone will throw a pick six. Someone will fumble. They'll return it for a score. It happens every single year. Watch it. We're going to take the first quarter over 13.5.
I can't wait for this game on Saturday. I really can't. Last week, I was at this big event, as you guys know, hosting for a World Series champion because that's what I do. And I'm looking down on my phone, and it says Tennessee, 24-0, start of the second quarter. It's just like the first quarter in Tennessee and AB, it's just a perfect marriage. Now, speaking of Banana Land, AB, I don't know if you guys heard it, but there's like people in my house right now.
Yeah.
And I've had to move my entire set. And I wish we could talk about it, but you're going to have to host for me this afternoon because they're doing construction in my house about the show. Why can't we talk about it yet? Do you know? Do you know why we can't tell the people at home?
I don't, but I think what you've been saying about thinking big is the right play. I would also say that if you enjoy the early edge and would like more of the early edge, you are in very much luck.
So let's do this. If you would like more of the early edge, write yes into the chat. I want the bosses to see how much the early edge universe would like more. Would you, I don't know, would you love to see the show on Paramount Plus? Would that be something that would be enjoyable to you? If you'd like that, write yes into the chat if you'd like to see this show on Paramount Plus. Because I don't know, there's people in this house doing something.
Hey, I'm excited to start hearing some picks from the construction crew.
I know, right? They're everywhere. Like, we're making dough. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah. And as soon as we can tell you, and as soon as we can show you, I promise you we will. But I am excited. Damn it, I'm excited. I know the boys are too. Man, we're chomping at the bit to just roll it all out for you. All right. Wait a second. Ray says, what is Paramount? Ray, what is Paramount Plus? It's only the biggest app in entertainment. Ray, stick with us, baby. Turn on those notifications. We've got some work to do. Look at
Daniel Greer. Is that more of AB? Nah. Daniel's awesome, dude.
Oh, my God. That's awesome. All right. With that being said, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of Jake the Snake on the ones and the twos. AB is on the Astros team total. Over 3.5, -120. Florida, Tennessee, first quarter, because that's what the Vols do. Always hitting first quarter bets. It's crazy. Then Johnny B. Brewers on the money line, +110. Padres on the money line, -125. And then from the site, and Johnny, we had a question in the chat. Is it a little bit dicey to make this Royals play based off of what happened yesterday? I'm not quite sure what that question is about. Would you know, Johnny?
My guess is he just means that he doesn't think the Royals can win the series. I'm assuming that he means that since they won yesterday, they wouldn't be able to continue to win, but I would look at it as mutually exclusive games completely. I think, honestly, in this series specifically, they're actually more likely to win today because they won yesterday.
And that's why we have a crew. We lift each other up. We lift you up in the chat. We're together. So with that being said, damn it, we got a lot to do today. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. AB, Johnny B, Jake the Snake on the ones and the twos. I am the coach. Tell all your friends there's only one brand you even need to worry about. Turn on those notifications, whether you watch on YouTube, whether you listen on Apple or Spotify, so you don't miss one single second. Did I mention our college show was 12-3 last week? It's today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. We call it the Early Edge. Good luck.